was no old followers.
No old followers or anything. And the reason I create new channels because I saw these channels get like tens of millions of views.
Yeah, stream
on brand new channels just
flashing
with
red and
plot
yellow.
simulations.
You want to just play it out and then we'll re-upload it?
What?
Stream 1 and 2. Stream 1 and 2 will... Wait. Okay, now it's...
It's fine, just go.
Now it's fine, we'll just go.
What we have to do is we'll take it out and just put it in
Yeah.
make sure you're recording it.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
I'm curious to see if you take one of those opens
Good.
Studio B. Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From App Media Production Studio, it's
The Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. Freddie. 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 Freddie, you have to get up. We've got a morning show to do.
Just give me 5 more minutes. Where'd I put my hat?
Come on, Freddie. You don't have time. Get out of bed.
I can never find my hat when I need it.
We'll get the hat at the studio. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Pour yourself some coffee and get to the studio because it's time for the morning show.
Now where's my bell? And welcome. We're a little delayed because I think the hurricane is bothering Facebook.
You think the hurricane's bothering everything?
I gotta tell you something. If you're in this side of the equation, calm the hell down. Calm down. Seriously, take it easy. If you're on the other side, I understand why you're panicking and you're coming over and everything else. But right now, just everybody chill on this side.
The east coast of Florida, we're fine. We're doing great. West Coast.
So don't get hit.
The time to move on over to the east coast is all I can tell you.
You're gonna get hit. If you're on the west coast, on the east coast, you're gonna get hit. But you know this, and you've had days to know this. So don't get all huffy puffy. I love it. They go and they have little sandbags.
Let me ask you about the sandbags. Did you know you have to fill your own sandbags?
Yes.
I thought
They give you the sand and the
heaven forbid
bags.
you need sandbags. You drive
They
up.
give it to you.
They put them in your car.
No.
No. You have to get out of your car with a shovel and make your own sandbag. So if you're there by yourself, imagine. Here's what goes.
Not getting sandbags then.
If I'm there by myself, I'm probably not getting sandbags.
you would put the sand in there. You give you the shovel,
Well,
you do
who
it.
holds the bag while you're shoveling?
They have this thing, you
the
put it
sand?
on, and you put it, and then you go.
Is that for real?
That's
Yeah.
why I always have a mini shovel in the back.
Of course.
But you got no sand. And the other thing is, Dawn, when you go to the hurricanes come in, you stand there, you think somebody's going to pick you up and run? You got to run. You got to get your own sand.
I'm thinking about the sandbags. And you talk about beach erosion, you're taking the sand, so then you're thinking, where do they get the sand? They get the sand at the beach.
Stop. They have piles and piles of sand. You go out there, you fill the bag, and once that finishes, they put more. They do all that. You just got to do the labor.
Have you ever done that?
Yes.
And then how many sandbags does it take to protect your house?
I'm going to tell you something.
And does it really work?
I'm going to tell you something. Normally, you build a 3 to 4 foot high wall, right?
That's a lot of sandbags.
This time, you need a 15-foot wall. There ain't enough sand.
So that's what I'm asking. Do
And
sandbags
they don't
really
keep the water out. And not in this case. They do when it rains. Like if we needed sandbags here, it will
By
work.
the front door,
It will work. It will work.
but sandbags really work in that in the Tampa
I mean, they
situation
may
right
be
now.
like a little tizzle come in, but yes.
So should we go out and get sandbags?
For what?
Just to say, we went out and got sandbags. I'm thinking, can you imagine me going to fill a sandbag?
No.
What that would be like in my heels and the.
Well, you wouldn't be wearing your heels.
You're gonna go
Yeah, I know.
fill sand with her
You
heels.
wouldn't be doing that in your heels, Dawn.
Anyway, welcome back to Studio
Are you
B.
serious?
It's been a while
Did you
since we've
swallow
been
a
here.
sandbag
I
this
was
morning?
watching it last night, and I feel really badly because I understand the plight of people that they're working really hard to protect their homes and protect their belongings, but I'm not quite sure the sandbag is the way to do it. I might be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, and I hope the
Well,
sandbags really
as
work.
opposed to a sandbag, what are you gonna do? Dig a ditch? Let me dig a 12-foot trench.
I don't know. When
like a
Mother
moat.
Nature is that,
Dig a moat and you get all the
You know
water
it's-
in there. You'll
no.
never leave your house.
No, it's not that. It's that
You'll have to
it's not-
put a bridge over
It's
it.
not gonna work. There's just too much water.
but when Mother Nature's doing Mother Nature, I don't think there's anything we can do to help.
No, and
We just
sandbag.
have to
Well, it's
deal.
not a permanent solution. It just keeps your house from flooding more than it would already.
And the ones
Is all
that
it's
are
good
on
for.
on the water, Those sandbags, forget about it. These are people that are inwards. Like Eminem, he's inwards an hour and 40 minutes.
But the sandbags would not have helped Asheville.
Who?
Asheville.
Who's Asheville?
Asheville, North Carolina.
Sandbag? Are you kidding me?
That's what I'm saying.
There's
so
nothing you could do about
I
that.
feel as
Just
if,
run.
I feel as if I'm not sure the sandbags are really
It depends where you are.
first line of
It
defense.
depends where you are. It depends. It has its moments, but don't rely on that.
That's what I'm saying.
They had a thing on Facebook where they were inside somebody's house, and they had put sandbags at the door, and it worked until all the water came through the window, and it was like a gusher, and it was scary, man. The force of water you cannot outrun. You can try, ain't gonna make it.
Cannot outrun Mother Nature. What's going on right now with the storms is terrible. So
I
everyone on the
actually-
West Coast, we wish you the best. Whatever we can do on our side, let us know. But wow, what you got, Michael?
Well, I actually have an old girlfriend who lives in Asheville.
Yeah,
So,
Nashville?
Asheville.
Asheville.
North Carolina.
Yeah. How's
So-
she doing?
Well, when I contacted her, I wanted to see how she was doing, and she told me, they had no power, no running water. Was it that they were trapped in their house? They couldn't go anywhere because everything was flooded.
It's tough, and it's tough because I can't blame them up in Carolinas because nobody in the world thought they were going to have
You know, when they were coming.
that kind of devastation because you would think that the damn thing was just a storm going up like everything else.
So I'm thinking maybe just bring the sand to your front door.
If we had the ability to have 100 dump trucks,
of sand.
100 empty dump trucks,
Empty.
100, would you guys drive it?
Like drive one of them
Yeah,
Drive 'em
to
where?
where?
Tampa.
Oh,
Of what?
like just
sand?
drive it
Empty.
or to like operate them too.
Just drive the damn thing.
I
Can you
will.
do
If I
that?
had a CDL, yeah.
I mean,
I'm going
I
to
don't
waive
know.
all that. I'm the governor. I don't care if you
I
have a CDL.
guess.
Now, can you drive? Do you know how to drive?
Yeah, I've never
Okay.
driven a truck.
That,
but
that's okay. You never walked either until you did the first step. But would you drive to? Would you follow me to Tampa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had a
guess.
dream. We had 100 trucks. We lined them up on Second Avenue. It went from way down to way up,
And we drove to Tampa.
and we drove to Tampa. So what we did was we put benches inside the trucks, and we put canopies from the Army over the trucks, and we drove to Tampa like a giant. What do you call that?
Convoy.
Convoy.
And we picked up everybody in Tampa and brought them back.
wow.
It's a good dream.
Can you believe that? And I had Florida police,
Highway Patrol.
those guys, they escorted us there and back because there was no way to evacuate everybody.
Have you seen the traffic of people evacuating?
That's right. But what the government, what they did was they opened up a road for us. It took us in and took us out because we moved with 100 dump trucks. We moved almost 3,000 people.
You actually had those numbers in the dream? Wow.
And then we were going to go
prophecy.
back. We were going back again. And it's funny because in
Right,
the
the prophet.
dream, you were telling me I don't have a CDL. I told you, just get in the truck. So it doesn't surprise me that you would say that. Just get in the truck. Michael, you were driving, but you were acting like a crazy person. I told Michael, you got to calm down. Blackbeard
excited
was in
to
front of the
drive the
line.
truck.
I didn't
the
like them
first
with
time.
glasses.
I didn't even notice.
Well, yeah, I usually
You
wear
look-
contacts,
you look like
but
Raquel Welch.
I was kind of lazy this morning, so I just put
You look like, what was the professor from Harry Potter with the long gray beard?
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore. Oh my
Like,
goodness.
You're like a young Dumbledore.
I don't look like him
You're like a
though.
young Dumbledore.
I don't look
That's
like a
You
young.
had a long gray beard. Well, you might know
There
that.
is a young Dumbledore. He was in the movie.
Really?
Yeah, it was
I don't look like
Jude
him.
Law.
Yeah, it was Jude Law.
He doesn't look like
I think he
Dumbledore.
I don't look like
young
Jude
Dumbledore
Law.
with his glasses. Does he look like Jude Law? Maybe.
No.
Excuse me, and my partner has taken too many meds this
Jude
morning.
Law's white. I don't look like that.
Are you white?
No.
What are you?
What color
I'm
are
Cuban.
You? Oh, you're Cuban.
I'm brown.
Cuban is a color?
He tells me
I'm
he's
like
brown,
brown.
too. I know.
I'm white.
I mean, I'm tan, but like, I'm not white. No. I've never been considered white in my life.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
funny.
I'm darker
People
than you.
think I'm from the
darker
Middle
than me.
East. Like,
Michael's white.
Dawn,
See
you
if you're
said-
talking to Michael.
I'm sorry.
Why you
Dawn,
on?
you say he looks like this?
Oh, Jesus.
oh
Yes, a
man,
younger
damn,
one.
odd.
The
Yeah,
younger
with the
version
glasses,
of,
the younger
which is
version.
from like this.
Oh my
the,
goodness.
Fantastic
Your glasses
Beast.
down your nose.
I feel so insulted.
I slide your glasses down your nose. Let's see.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's in Fantastic
No, I
Beast.
think he's amazing, Dumbledore. Dumbledore. Just think of the great wizardry that he does.
Oh my goodness. I wish I had some wizard magic. Damn.
Well, Freddie, we're not free right now.
Technically, you do when you work here.
Actually, hold on. I think I found a better one of a young Dumbledore.
A young Dumbledore. Let's see.
Oh, you guys are making me tear.
Our stream is choppy.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull the element to see if I fix it.
Young
There's got to be
Dumbledore?
something in there that's too big. Show or something. You just got to close
There's
it.
too much music in the music bed. That's why.
Or something is not, something's 1080, it's not 720. You got to get rid of it.
All right, and is that him?
Oh,
Yep.
there you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
you wish you looked like
I
that.
wish I was Jude
You
Law. Are
wish
you
had
kidding
some of
me?
those jeans.
I wish I was
Is
Is
Jude
that
Law.
what he really looks like?
Yeah, it's Jude Law.
Wow.
Oh, you look like Jude Law. Uh-huh.
I wish I looked like him. Damn.
You ain't lying. I wish you looked like that too.
Did you see
God
this
damn.
coming out with a new Saturday Night Live movie?
Yeah.
SNL. The original
Oh, they are?
origins of the first 90
Yeah.
minutes of SNL.
Mm.
And who's playing who?
Who's in it?
All these new actors that nobody are playing. All these unbelievable, like Gilda Radner and Dan Aykroyd.
Is it a movie or is it?
Yeah,
Coming
it's
out
basically a
Friday.
biopic of how the first Saturday Night Live got started and all the
Lorne Michaels,
craziness.
Chevy Chase, and all their craziness. All the originals. The
The lady that
OGs.
died too? What
Gilda
was her
Radner,
name?
yep.
Gilda Radner. Did you see that the Joker movie is a bomb?
Yes.
Yes.
They're
It's a
telling
total
everybody not
flop.
to watch it?
It's a total flop.
Yeah, I heard it tanked.
Apparently it's a musical.
Yeah.
It's junk.
And
Yeah,
no
it's
one wants
crap.
To see it as a musical. Did you see it?
I did not.
I heard that they tried to turn it into a musical because he's a little nuts, and it's horrible.
Well, it's because they got Lady Gaga to play
I was gonna
Harley
say it's a
Quinn.
woman, right?
That's why they
And
made
you-
it
you
a
would think that
musical.
Lady Gaga
Amazing.
would. I don't know why she took this role.
I mean, when they announced the movie, they said it was a musical, like way back, like years ago. I was like, nah, you shouldn't do. Like, it was gonna be a courtroom drama, but also a musical. It was like,
the musical
It wasn't-
courtroom
was not
drama.
interested.
For that, you watch Suits, which is.
and then also, like what happens in the trailer is not in the movie. Like they cut a lot of stuff out of the movie.
I hate it when they do that.
You know,
You
it's
shouldn't
false
put something in the
advertising.
trailer if it's not in the movie.
They barely advertised
Like
it.
the Hulk in Infinity War, which never happened.
Yeah.
Did you see what happened on the plane from Australia?
No.
Apparently, they put on an R-heavy movie. I don't know what an
Ooh.
R-heavy movie even is.
Maybe it's borderline pornographic.
It has some sex.
Now that'd be
scenes,
an X. That'd be X-rated.
but it wasn't X-rated. It was R-heavy.
heavy.
And the people made them take the thing off, and
Oh,
every seat had it. I mean, yeah, why?
If
It's
it's
off.
playing on every seat and you've got children there, it shouldn't be playing on every seat.
Well, you don't know what you have
What
on a
if you-
plane.
But now you have your choice of
What
what
was
you
that
want
like?
to choose.
Well,
to
what if
watch.
I wanted to
Was that
see
was that the in-flight movie or was it just?
in-flight movie?
Oh, okay. So that
they
was
made
just
them
the
change
movie
it
that
and
they
put it-
Everyone
had.
has to watch the same in-flight movie.
Yeah, that's the other stupid thing. I only have one channel.
They didn't have the
Crazy.
one channel. They only had
Only
one
have
channel. Oh my
From
god.
Australia is like how many hours?
That's crazy. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, I read it today, so they got upset and they make him take it down. They got a jumbo, the elephant, whatever.
Dumbo?
Dumbo and him.
Jumbo.
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 They put one of those stupid things in
Wow.
its place.
Yeah.
But I would be upset if they took it down.
Well, I would be upset if you were watching a pornographic movie and my 2-year-old child was sitting next to you going, Mommy, what's he watching on TV? They should have like blinders. You should have like just a little cubicle cubby to watch
I
your
would
movie.
tell the kid, listen, this is how your parents made you. Just educate yourself. Watch.
Yeah, but think about that. Think if you
I
were
mean,
watching like
I mean, the day they play porn on airplane movies
It wasn't
is like.
porn, it was heavy petting, heavy sex scenes.
Well,
but
there
there
was
wasn't anything being shown.
Well, there was someone in front of me when I was flying home last weekend, and she had her computer out. She was watching some heavy sex scenes, let me tell you. And then
Oh.
I'm in the middle seat, so you can see like right through the crack of what she's watching. I'm like, wow, what's she watching? Then you're like, is it a good movie? Is it subtitles? But imagine a kid sitting back there.
You were watching something on cable from old England. that You said was a Hotty Totty.
Bridgerton?
Yeah.
Yeah, season 1.
How was that? Did
Good
they
morning,
show?
Abdullah. Come on in.
Come.
Morning,
Did they
Abdullah.
show like sexual?
Grab a
parts?
mic.
Oh my gosh, season 1 with with the Duke was Hatsy Tatsy.
But yeah, but what did they show?
Everything.
They showed his penis.
No, they did not.
They show her
Oh, then-
wang wang.
What?
You know,
A wang?
a wang wang.
Wang wang.
Can you put like a filter buffalo over him too? What's that called?
Did they show it or not?
No.
Okay, so
they never
that-
show a woman's wang wang.
So what? So what? So what are you talking about? It's so hot and heavy. They show her breasts.
Yeah, they show that a lot.
A lot of breasts.
But they
Yeah,
show a lot
they
of
can get away with that, but
interactions is all I can say.
but anything
What
lower
is
than the waist
interaction?
is a no-no.
Wait a
They're
minute.
doing the deed. You know, keep
No,
up
your
with her.
imagination is doing the deed.
Yes,
They're
but
not doing the
showing-
deed.
I ever wonder if that's really a thing, though?
No, they already talked about that. They said no, we don't do the thing. We like.
Yeah,
your
they don't
imagination."
do in real movies they don't do they don't
thing.
actually
But
have.
think about how can a guy keep himself from being aroused with a beautiful
Actually, there's a
woman
thing that goes around their leg that holds it in place.
Yes.
So-
around their leg.
Yes.
He also-
They
doesn't mean he's
strangle-
not getting
They're not gonna.
aroused.
They're not gonna. He's not
First
gonna.
of all,
like,
they strangle
go
the
at.
man. But it's so unfair because the woman gets aroused, you can't tell.
That's what I'm saying. I know.
Unless she gets all. There
She
was
could.
there was a
You
movie.
could know.
There was a few movies where the women do get aroused, and they sort of play it off against the guy to see if they can get him to break this harness they have on people. That sucks.
Is it like a major harness, Michael?
No, it's like something that's like around their leg and it holds it in place. So
Around their leg, it's got to reach all the way to your leg.
yeah,
How does it
I
reach?
mean, it doesn't have to wrap around.
No,
like it's just
no,
like
they go like this. Wrap it around my back.
That's what I'm like. Yeah.
just throw it over my shoulder. Like what are you talking?
How does it reach your leg?
How does it reach your
Just
leg?
the inner
right
thigh.
Here, almost like right here.
Like a belt.
Yeah.
Just the inner
And then
thigh.
you can't show the belt.
No.
It's like a cup, like
I mean, they just throw a blanket over them.
Football cup. They put a cup over it. So
They just
it
focus
stays-
totally on the.
Like Gorilla Glue. Here's a cup.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is that the women they show breasts all the time.
Yeah, but how do you keep a
You
guy
can get
from
away
getting
with that.
aroused? It's got to be like a pocket.
Well, they're
In
professionals.
case it grows, then it needs room for growth. I'm just saying, biologically,
They
it has
say-
to happen. If you're with a hot, sexy woman
Cut.
and you're pretending to do the deed,
They go cut.
you can't tell your body to stop reacting.
Cut. Need to
what
take a
it-
cold shower. Need to go take a shower.
What do you do?
You cut. You stop the
Michael, How
filming.
big is his pocket?
I don't know. I don't know. You're asking the wrong person. Why don't you ask a film director so they
Maybe
know?
they body double you. All right, bring in the body double with the nip.
How do you do
With the
it,
nip.
Mila?
I'm doing
He walked into
How
a
about
very
those
strange
cubbies?
conversation.
nip.
Yeah.
You're the only one that got that.
Okay.
Oh man, you are. funny.
No, you're funny. You're funny because you're accusing of seeing pornography when it's
I
rated
didn't
R,
see
got-
it.
and you're the one. Nothing
great.
happened.
I know, right? It's a thing though, but it could. And they
Like
said the
two
next
girls,
season of
two
Bridgerton.
girls kiss. Two girls kiss. Big deal? You like to watch two girls
He's
kiss?
16, no.
Why not? He's the one you want to
He's not allowed to know about that. He's
You ever seen
16.
Girls
He's
You
not-
can't think about that yet.
Would you stop
He's making
suppressing
he's
him?
making
I played the fifth.
He pleads the fifth.
All right, so he likes it. You like to watch two girls kiss?
Yeah.
Is it better than watching two guys kiss?
Yes.
Well, there you have it.
I mean.
The
yeah.
truth is out. We rather have women kiss.
I think a lot of people would.
Okay, so
Just
they.
saying.
I mean,
So-
women are nicer to look at than men. Like,
That I was
let's be
thinking
real.
of you. That is absolutely true.
WWF now is doing this with the women.
Women
they're
are
having,
nicer to look at.
They're having relations.
Right,
Not all
than
of
men.
them. Not all. A lot of them. Are.
Would you rather, like,
Most
on a
of
whole,
them.
watch women or men?
No, no man.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I even take an ugly woman as opposed to a man.
He's so digressive.
Like body built women. You think they're attractive? You like body built women?
Yeah, I like a woman with some muscle. Yeah.
What about a
Muscle.
lot of muscle? What about she could lift you? You like that?
Yeah.
Imagine
it's
if
kinda
what's
nice.
it called when they pick you up and they throw you down?
They could.
Like a body, what's that called?
A bodybuilder.
They could throw me
No,
all
they,
over.
like, throw
Throw
you
me.
down?
Just throw me. Throw me. Throw me as much as you want.
I don't know about that.
Michael, what about you? You like body built women?
I'm more
women with some
attracted to a woman for their personality than their looks.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
So
Sure.
that makes it
Sure.
easier.
Don't ask him any more questions.
All right, so let me ask you this: when you meet a woman and you know she's has a great personality, she's really smart.
What do you look at?
Yeah.
Do you text her, let's go out for a date, let's go to dinner, or do you like challenge her mind during text and see how she responds and then say, let's go out?
Well, I develop it as a friendship first and then move from there because for all you know, they may have a great personality, but they're a really terrible person. right?
Then they don't have a great
They don't have a good
personality.
personality.
Then they
Right.
don't have a good
Well,
personality.
there's different
But I
types
believe
of
everyone's
personality and character.
We're
is.
about to ask that question.
I believe everyone's a good person until they prove that they're not.
Mm.
Right? So like,
So he's asking, what's the difference between personality and
Good
character?
question.
well, character is doing the right thing even when nobody's looking, and personality is how a person reacts to something.
You should always have character because even if you lack personality, you're still okay.
Yeah.
Not everybody has good personality.
So you need good ethics, good morals.
That
good
or a hot
character.
body.
Yeah.
But they're not crazy
Well, think about it. If you have a hot body, that's a whole lot of personality. Now we just got to find some character.
I don't know about that. So here's my question of the day. How badly do you want something to go after it? What do you do in your mind if you want something that badly?
How badly do you want
How
it, first
badly
of all?
do you want it?
And let's
What is
identify
it?
Let's
What is
identify
it? Is
It
the
can be
question.
any it.
What is the most biggest it in your life that you want to go after?
Having a full-time job.
Okay.
I don't need much. I just need a roof over, a place of my own, a relationship where someone respects me and treats me as an equal.
And you don't care what that job is.
No.
Okay. It could be janitor and a drum. You don't care.
So
Right.
if you apply to 3 jobs, have you worked really hard to get that job?
Yes.
What if there's 5,000 other jobs out there you could apply to?
I'll apply to them too.
So you could do more to get that job. So it's how badly do you want it, and what would you do
To get
to
it.
get what you want? Ethically, not unethically.
Not-
or
No,
Oh,
I
no.
always play
I can't answer any
above
of
the
those questions.
table, right on the board. You know, I never take shortcuts.
So you would do anything you want to get a job.
anything you could.
Right, but I would always play fair.
So if they asked you to clean up the beach after the hurricane, with
I would do
in
that
the middle, you would do that. Okay.
because that shows them, hey, he's willing to put in the work and the ethic.
See, that's character. Not much personality.
So for you, it's getting a job, and you would do anything to get that job.
Right, because if I have a full-time job, then I'm not dependent on others so that I can live my life.
What if
or-
someone, if you go, you know what, I've got this great job interview, and someone says to you, Michael, don't go today because there's a hurricane coming tomorrow.
Well, then.
Would you go?
Well, I'm not stupid. There's a difference. If there's a hurricane coming, it doesn't matter what job you have.
If you have an interview,
I mean, your life
in
is
the
more
next
important than a
5
job.
minutes,
Right.
and there's a hurricane coming here on Thursday, do you go for the interview?
No, because then they would say, well, don't come in because we got a hurricane coming.
But what if they didn't say that?
Well, then I would go, well,
Then they don't care about his life. They
Yeah,
don't care about
then
your
they
life.
go.
Wait,
Then
but you didn't listen.
I guess you're dead.
Job interviews today. The hurricane's on Thursday.
So you go.
I'd go
you
to
go
the
today?
I'd go to the interview on the day of.
You go. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
You gotta do
Well, I mean, if the
what you
hurricane's
gotta do.
tomorrow,
That's what
then-
you want that badly.
Okay.
yeah.
How about you, Darian? What do you want? Is there anything in your life you want
What's
that
the biggest
badly?
it?
Biggest
Biggest it? Get married, have 4 children?
No. I don't know about 4 children. I'm not really sure. I don't know. I can't
Joe.
answer that.
Anything you want that badly in life that you know you're
Yeah.
going to go for it?
Definitely, I would do it. I'd do anything for. Yeah.
You would, because I got this crazy text from a 16-year-old kid saying, "Can I come be an intern
But
with
what
you?"
do you-
And I'm like,
what's
"You
your-
don't live here." He
But
goes, "I'll make it work."
what's your biggest it? What do you want?
I want to be able to be successful in terms of being a master at something that I love doing and wealth. Those are my 2 priorities in terms of my own career. Of course, there's other priorities, but
But you want to be successful at something that you want. At
Yeah.
something in the business that you
I don't
want.
necessarily have to make money with something that I love doing, but with something that I love doing, I want to be a master at it.
Well, usually when you're a master at it, you end up making money, which is really, it's really.
But sometimes you can be a master at something and make less money than if you're amateur at something else.
True that.
Mm-hmm.
That happens. It's rare, but it does. What about you,
Yeah.
Scary?
Scary.
What's else?
What about you?
Scary.
What you have a big it that you want?
No,
You have a big itch that you want?
no,
Do you want to go after something in particular?
no.
So you're just happy doing what you're doing.
Damn.
How about you?
Me? I guess I just wanna. I guess I wanna be be part of, like, you know, film in any way, as in, like, you know, the filmmaking process. I don't care what it is, whether it be like script writing or behind the scenes editing. Yeah, that's really it.
How does it feel, you having now, you're a mentor and a tutor to two of the kids in here, and you give them assignments and you tell them how to do and what to do and
It
things
feels kind of, not gonna lie, it does feel kind of challenging, especially with, like, Gordon. I'm afraid if I don't want to be, like, you know, kind of like too harsh on him, you know. That's.
So you've become more sensitive.
Yeah. Yeah.
But these are the learning skills that you're learning because you're taking on the responsibilities of being a mentor, a leader, and things of that. This is all part of what's going to help you in the future. And it's good that you don't want to be overbearing and sensitive. And there, my friend, is personality.
Yeah.
And therein lies the difference. Because anybody else would be like, you did it wrong. What about you?
Me?
What's
Yeah.
your it?
My it right now is our foundation. And it's been put on the back burner because we're doing a lot of other things. But that's my it, is I feel like we created it. God gave us the direction to create it quickly, and it all fell into place. And I feel like we need to pursue it harder and stronger to make it come to fruition.
Excellent.
So that's what I'm going to be doing.
I hope that
this week.
you're in store for a lot of ups and downs, because that's a tough one. Foundation's a tough one.
But if we don't try, I told you this morning, I'm not getting any younger. And
Yeah, that's what happened.
And
Dawn
if
looked
we
in the mirror and she
create-
says, oh, look, I'm not getting any younger.
But I said when we created the foundation, if not now, when? If not, if we don't try now, then we're not going
Well,
to
9
try.
years ago, you never said that.
And now now it's time to do this, because maybe if we could bring in, when we bring in the money, we can keep people like Joe from going
Well, Joe's
back
only
home.
16. He's got to go home.
That's okay. Abdullah, we can, get some extra funds for him. And everybody here that they work hard, they show up here every day to be able to compensate them for their
I
hard
tell you,
work.
when we get a lot of money, we buy a big hotel, and then they can all live here.
I was thinking about that with this hurricane comes, that we have this whole studio. The only thing we don't have is a shower.
We got a hose.
I could go get it. I could go build a.
Put some
rain
holes in a
machine.
bucket.
You can build a
We'll,
rowing machine.
we'll buy a round thing from Walmart.
Put some holes in a bucket and just put
and
the
just
water
put
in
it
that.
into, not even a bucket. Put it in one of those cans.
Yeah, a bucket.
That water the
And their
plant.
tis don't shower.
No, God!
Bunker here. We could house a lot of
No,
people.
God, please, no, no!
Yeah, we'll all be packed in like sardines.
How about you?
Me, my it now is to build a big enough vessel to take in everybody's it.
Like Noah's Ark? You're like the ark builder, and you're bringing in
It's not
everybody's
an ark builder,
its?
but I want to build the vessel because you could have all the its you want, and you never have a platform to go get it.
Okay.
And if I build a big enough platform that will house all ideas, not one idea, then everybody who has an it can come in here and go get it.
The House of Its.
The House of Its.
How about that for Halloween? We could be the House of Its.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Did I send you the picture of
House of
Gio's
Usher.
Halloween costume
Yes,
for
but
me?
I'm wondering, Halloween is like 3 weeks away, and we haven't decorated. We've done nothing to prepare for this, other than Michael coming as a pirate on Thursdays.
Do we have Halloween preparation stuff?
They're all upstairs, so we should be getting our fall
Upstairs.
decorations down. We should be decorating. We don't have spider webs. We got to get some webs.
I have a cobweb gun that you can hook up to an air compressor.
Excuse me.
What?
You have a cobweb gun.
Yeah, so it's this thing you
So
put,
like silly string.
yeah, it's like that a little bit. So basically, what
Okay.
happens is you put these like sticks in, hook it up to an air compressor. It works like a hot glue gun, and you just spray it, and it creates theatrical cobwebs.
Oh, like they do in the movies.
Yeah.
Is that how they do
You have
that?
decorations for Halloween?
Mm-hmm.
What is that cobweb material?
Well, the brand the thing that I use is called the Webcaster.
And that shoots
What's it
out the
made of?
material?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
So I
What do you
think we
think?
need to, at some point this week, start
Just
decorating
need
for
to
Halloween.
just
Like
need to dump some
tomorrow
spiders into
when
the studio.
The
a lot
hurricanes
cheaper.
come in. We can decorate
Hurricane
for
party.
Halloween.
I wanted to ask you. I want to hang some drapes on the ceiling in the lobby that come down like this.
Oh, add in a jump scare that swings down.
How about we
picks up
don't
and
do
then
that,
forward.
Joe?
If you guys want, I
Let's
can give you.
not
I
do
can
that,
give you
'cause
my
I'm
digital
just gonna
decoration
rip it off the
files
wall.
that I have on my computer right now.
And what do we do with them?
Well, what
Put a
you can do
jump
is you can put
scare
them on a
on the-
monitor, a TV, out a window, on a wall, all that stuff.
And do what with that?
Well, it's they're projection displays.
Oh, okay.
So, like for example,
So like the lights you got.
but like this, but you could say project like a ghost head sticking out the window,
Oh.
right? And I actually have them all on my computer
Well,
right
how
now.
are we gonna put that out for people to see it?
Well, it's on. I have them as digital download files, so you can stick them on a flash drive, stick them in your computer, your TV, on a projector.
We'd have to set up like monitors against a window. For
Yeah,
them
you
to-
can pretty much do that really easily.
Interesting.
It's way above my pay
All
grade.
right, we gotta go upstairs and get the
How
decorations.
How come I can't put the materials up on the ceiling?
It's just more dust accumulation.
It's not dust. It's a dust-free.
Well, if you want someplace spooky, you gotta make it dusty.
Yeah.
'Cause then I know-
Actually, that's actually how they did the Haunted
Maybe
Mansion.
a
They just
ladder
turned their
with- and you're
they
gonna
turned
have
their
someone else on the ladder.
vacuums from suck to blow.
Oh, wow.
Spaceballs.
Oh man, we digress. Who do we have coming in today in the midday?
Should watch Young
We
Frankenstein.
have
I know it's a great.
Justin McNeil coming in, the drummer of Beatlemania on Broadway.
Anyone ever heard of Beatlemania?
I have not.
I know the concept of Beatlemania, but I didn't know there was a thing called Beatlemania on Broadway.
Well, the concept that you know, 2024 Beatlemania is a traveling deal that goes all over as a play. And this guy was the original Beatlemania in Broadway in '78.
Oh, wow.
So he's coming in, and I got the film and everything else. Going to talk to him a little bit.
Do we have William Still coming in also?
William Still is coming in also.
Do you have Mag Chop coming in too?
No, Mac Chop said he had to fire somebody, so he has to stay and take the guy's place.
Oh, okay.
But he was going to come. Richard is coming,
Okay.
so he knows those guys.
And Frank's getting prepared for the hurricane.
And I don't know, Frank ran away. I don't know what happened.
He's doing. Everyone's getting prepared. Gotta get prepared. Gotta do what you have to do. And then once you're prepared, you can.
I'm going
Yeah,
to
I've
the,
got 2 jugs of water, food.
I'm going to the pool tomorrow.
No, you're not. You're coming to work tomorrow.
Well, I'm saying if I don't come to work tomorrow, this is a lot of wind. Do you know the number 45? Do you know why the number 45 is important? Anybody know?
It's it makes the second half of 1945, which marks the end of.
Stop right there.
No,
45, anything above that in wind.
not 1945.
Anything above that in wind, ambulances and the police and the sheriff's department do not come out. So 45 is the limit. If the wind gusts go to 50 or 60, they will not come out to save you. And this was told today by Governor DeSantis. By law, they have to wait till the wind subside down below
Subsides.
45. So if you see that the stupid thing is 100 miles an hour and you're looking at it, you're in trouble. Bad tub, you know the bathtub routine? And you
Bathtub with a mattress. Isn't that for a tornado?
It's for most wind
Tornado's
situations.
just gonna
Just
take your
get
house
in there
away.
because the debris of your roof leaving you is going to put debris on you, and you want to have the mattress on you. So, but if you can, just leave. If you're in the East Coast, just leave. Seriously.
West Coast.
I mean West Coast, just leave. But 45 is the number, even here.
West would be anywhere, but we're not gonna hit
Ambulance
that.
and everything. Can you imagine somebody has a heart attack and it's 45? You got to run to the hospital because the ambulance ain't coming. That's scary.
Well, that's how you know you've reached a different age when you start thinking about those things.
Well, I was told about this. I don't remember when, but they just brought it up. I thought it was really unique when a thing is howling out there 175 miles an hour.
So I was watching something. My chair's getting lower and lower as I sit here.
Yes, you're shrinking.
I'm like seriously shrinking.
Just don't move.
As I'm sitting here, because like my feet are now touching the ground, and they
Just
were not
don't.
touching the ground when I sat in the chair. So anyway, we got to fix the chair. There was this girl hadn't seen her dad in a couple months, so she was hiding in the trunk. So when he would open his trunk, that she would be there. So the sister's like, Dad, open the trunk. I left my suitcase in the trunk or whatever. And he opens the trunk, and the daughter pops out of the trunk. So you think about a heart attack. So imagine you're a dad and your grown daughter jumps out of the trunk. I'm thinking, oh my God, please, I hope this man does not have a heart attack. Because he hadn't seen his daughter in months, and it was like this whole emotional. Oh.
He had a heart attack?
He did not, but it made me think of it with your story. Like, so if you're going to surprise your kids, your parents, and come home for the holidays, like, make sure it's an okay and you're not going to totally freak them out so they have a heart attack.
You ever seen the sheep that you scare them and they fall on their side?
Yeah, the fainting
Do
goats.
you know that that happens to people too?
That's what I'm saying.
I never seen, no, they faint, they just go on the ground. There was this
knock out.
little girl at a Halloween store, and the witch jumps out and goes
And
that
she
way.
just- and she-
and
no,
she went, and
just
she
goes,
fell, and she was out.
wow.
Out, 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 out.
That ain't
I didn't
good.
know that they would happen with people.
All kinds of things. I started
it's a-
watching this new
it's a
show,
survival
Brilliant
thing.
Minds, and the actor was, I want to say he was like in one of the Star Trek movies, they tell me. It's an amazing movie talking about how if you look at people differently and different ailments they have, and you don't look at their ailment, but you look at them as a person,
Exactly.
it totally changes your perspective of what it is. It's pretty interesting. I know you don't like medical shows. It takes place at Bronx General, and you tell me
There
that's
is no
not
Bronx
really a
General.
hospital.
I looked it up, there isn't.
But it's a beautiful hospital on this TV show.
First of all, wait a minute. What do you
Sounds
mean?
like
If
a
you
good
look at
set.
him differently, what?
So basically, he can't recognize faces, so he's face
Have you
blind.
seen it?
I've seen the trailers for it. So like,
Face
there's a guy.
blind?
Yeah, there's a guy there
What?
who has like dementia, and they get him.
He has dementia, he's a
Oh,
doctor?
No,
one of the
those are
patients.
patients, and he's actually gets the guy to actually come out of it by playing the piano, which is a song that helps him jog his memory.
I've seen that actually in real life.
So when you actually look at the patient as a patient and not someone like, oh, they're having a seizure, and you just give them the medication, but you find the root cause of what it is or why and how it affects them and their
Is
family.
the good doctor?
It's kind of like that. It's one of those good feel-good medical shows. I like watching those feel-good medical
That's too
shows.
confusing. I'm just too confusing.
am a surgeon.
But it's a Bronx General. You would love it.
Why? Because it says the word Bronx?
Yes.
Look at me as a patient, will you? So did you see what happened to the quarterback from the Buffalo Bills?
No, what happened?
The guy gets knocked out, like Tua, on the ground like this. His arms do the thing. Doctors come out. They put smelling salt,
Yeah,
and they wake him up, and they pick him up,
And he
and
goes
they put him
back
back
in.
in the game.
yeah. That's normally what
understand.
happened when people were knocked unconscious. They would use smelling salts to revive them.
No, there is protocol. He's supposed to go in the tent, and they're supposed to see if he has, whatchamacallit? Got
A concussion,
Brain
right?
damage.
concussion, and then decide whether or not they're going to let him back in. They didn't do that. They put him back in, and his passes were going east and west, north and south.
That's
They
crazy.
lost because he couldn't throw the ball straight. So you know he had a concussion. Now what do you do?
Now you're going to get sued by someone because you
Well,
put
the
him back
NFL
in.
is investigating, but do they let him play Sunday,
No.
Monday night?
No,
No.
not unless he clears protocols.
Well, he hasn't been deemed on the list.
Well, hopefully now they're going to put him on the list. That's ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
But again,
Unbelievable.
that goes back to how badly do you want it and do you put your life in jeopardy? And Tua actually has been out for what, 4 weeks? He's got one more week out,
He's coming back.
and then he's coming back. I know.
Just go
Things
out,
that make
he'll
you
just-
scratch your head.
Who is?
he'll just get another
Who do you
concussion.
think's going to be in the
Who's it
Super Bowl
by?
this year?
Wow, if you were to ask me right now, it looks like the Vikings on one side. And on the other side, who's good in the AFC? Oh, Kansas City.
Kansas City.
and the Vikings. Which I'm going to tell you, Kansas City and the Vikings back in the day, that was a dogfight.
I said the other day to Chuck, I said, I think the Chiefs are going to be in the Super Bowl. He said, why would you think about that now and why? I said, I don't know. He said, that would be their third year in a row. I'm like, I just think they're going to
Doesn't
be in the
matter
Super
how
Bowl
many
again.
years in a row right now.
The other side, I don't know yet.
And I'm
But
going to tell you, the Chiefs get a lot of calls. Not for nothing. You go like this to Mahomes as a flag. Meanwhile, you give this guy a concussion, they don't drop anything. You know what I'm saying? The balance of power,
why do you think, though?
because the football needs Mahomes. Just like they needed King James, just like they needed certain players. Michael Jordan carried the NBA. They need these names to sell tickets.
Interesting. And I will say, anyone watch football?
Nope.
No, Josh was funny, though, yesterday asking Sally.
Tonight, the Mets and the Phillies, 5 o'clock. We'll see
Right
who
now
be
it's what?
talking.
It's 1-1?
I'm going to tell you, it's 1-1. But if you look at what the Mets have done from the bullpen on, and I tell Josh this all the time, Their bullpen sucks. They're horrible. The worst in the major leagues. If they had a decent bullpen, the Mets would have won that second game. They would have won. And you can't put everything on Diaz. Just can't. Can't.
Interesting.
That's why Josh asked the question. I love it when they're looking over their shoulders. There's a couple of politicians looking over their shoulders right now, too. But what happens is, when you're supposed to win, the pressure's all on you. It's a different game.
See, last night, 60 Minutes did a special with
saw that.
Kamala and
saw
Tim
it.
Walz, and the other side,
They said no.
they said no, and they put all these reasons as to why they said no. And
They didn't think the questions are going to be fair. And the questions are tough.
well, they thought their questions would be fact-checked, and like, yeah,
And?
usually you have to be fact-checked if you're going to say something.
It's funny, nowadays you get away with lying. And then you turn around and says, I'm going to lie on purpose. So they admit to the lie because I want you to hear the lie. Because I want you to hear what's going on.
But some people
How
don't
does
get
that
past the
translate?
lie. Some people don't get past the, I heard it, I believe it. Like people are saying FEMA ran out of money. FEMA did not run out of money for hurricane
No, it
victims.
ran out of
No.
money because they gave it to
That's what they're
the
saying,
immigrants,
and that's not
immigration.
true.
Correct. Also, the part about the Democratic Party can control the weather.
And not true.
That lady,
course.
That's just
that blonde-
QAnon. That's just
That we
QAnon.
talked about
that
that yesterday.
blonde-headed congresswoman. But how do you have a congresswoman with that kind of mentality? That's not the first stupid thing she's ever said in her life. How could she be there?
People could seem to say what they want to say, but for everyone who's watching, FEMA has not run out of money for hurricane relief. Yes, they start you at $750 for emergency need. Then you submit your claim, and then they, based on what you need, they will then open your claim and take care of what needs to be taken care of. But FEMA had to I was thinking of our studio. They had to make a website to tell people that they have money and this is step one, step two, because people are out there making stuff up.
Yes.
So how fast do you think they got someone to make that website? Joe could do it in a day.
Well, it isn't just making a website.
It's crazy.
They crashed the website because so many people come on there. It's the problem. So you got to build the backbone to that website that makes sense.
But you know what? You just got to do your due diligence, fact check, and know that our government is here to support you. Doesn't matter what side you're on right now, just stay safe and know that our government will back you.
I remember my father once told me, I never met a country that gives you money if something bad happens, because they had storms in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's not even a state. So the other side probably say, oh, they shouldn't get any money, but the money did come in. But he says, I'm prepared to go and look for a coconut and some water. And they used to dig pits in the hillsides to find water and survive on that stuff. But if they give you anything right now to start over, that is an amazing accomplishment. Now, nobody has to give you nothing. It's not like you're entitled to anything. You get what you get from what there is. Simple.
And then insurance is a whole nother thing. So just be safe, and be safe. Your son's coming over with his wife and the
Son and his
kids,
wife, yeah.
so they're on their way
Be here
over.
in about
so
10 hours.
Yeah, he might hit a little bit of traffic.
A lot of bit of
My
traffic.
chair has been shrinking since I've sat in here, so we're gonna have to reassess these chairs.
So is traffic coming this way, or
Yes.
is it not coming out that way?
No, it's coming this way.
Because I'm hoping I'm not going to be going through traffic on my way out of here.
No, it's coming from the other side of
From
the
the
state.
east.
Okay.
It's coming
It's
from
coming
the
all the way
west side
from
of
From
the
the west
Tampa.
side to the
It's
east.
not going from the east
No,
side to the west.
it's not going from the
We don't-
east
we
side.
don't-
No, you go north.
Why
yeah,
would we?
well, yeah, I'm going north, but I'm also going west.
When are you leaving?
Friday,
No, you're
possibly.
not. No, you're not. Let me tell you why you're not leaving. The roads to Smileyville, wherever you live,
Niceville.
Niceville,
Niceville.
are going to be so
wonder
devastated
how nice
that
it
it
is.
may take a couple of weeks to get there.
I have never seen those, like, my area ever been.
Yeah, well,
The
ask
closest is Pensacola,
Gio.
that kind of guy.
But he's in the
That's it.
panhandle.
Who? Yeah, well, you got to get to the panhandle.
Yeah,
You know what
that's
you
what
can
I'm
do? You
wondering
can go,
is the
yeah, but
interstate gonna be
Melbourne,
blocked?
Melbourne, all the way to Orlando, that's going to be devastated.
Yeah.
And you just can't.
You can be
It's
hanging
just-
here for a little bit longer.
So make yourself comfortable. Who are you hanging out with, your sister?
Yeah, my sister.
But tell sis you have to wait till Sunday.
Well, actually, my other sister is in Orlando, so we might actually just go there just to help her if she's got issues with.
You
the
got to get there
hurricane.
first. I already was on the phone with Melbourne, with JoJo. She doesn't know what she's going to do. She says, this is coming right at us. I said, no, that's the cone. Relax. you make changes and adjustments. Get all the silverware. And I told her to come down here.
Get the silverware. Is that the first thing
Everything.
she should get?
Do you know everything? Well, from the restaurant, you can't take the food
What does she need the silverware for?
because you're never going to get anything to serve people food unless you're going to use plastic, whatever. Take the
You
silverware
can
and
eat
leave.
food without
Silver is valuable. You can,
Take the fork and the
you
knife.
could sell the silver for
Take a
anything.
fork and a knife and leave.
Silver and gold.
You got to remember the salt and shakers and stuff stuff that you need to run a restaurant that you can carry. Get the hell out.
That's funny.
She
What would
doesn't
you
listen.
take?
I'm telling you.
You're going to take our silverware? We don't have any. What would you take from here?
If
your
I had to
cameras,
go
the
west, the
cameras.
cameras.
All
And
the most
cameras and
expensive
the
equipment,
computer.
I would
Cameras
say.
I would have rented a U-Haul.
All the hard
put all of
drives.
it in the U-Haul. I would have left Sunday of last week. I don't give a crap. I'm leaving.
all the hard drives, I would imagine as well.
Everything,
Everything
all
we
the
keep
computers.
storage on, I would think.
All the computers. The only thing that probably stayed behind are the TVs on the wall. Everything else is going. That is not
Interesting.
nailed down.
Okay.
Do you know what it means to have to start all over again with nothing? And then you can't buy it because nobody has anything? And don't think Amazon's coming to your door.
No.
Ain't happening.
Interesting.
So you got to be smart.
I guess
what
you
would
thought
you
it
take?
through. I hadn't thought it through.
I don't
kinda-
think I would get out without my computer. That's just, that's.
Yeah, but
everything
we
No,
got-
yeah, you have like certain technology, like you have your whole life on like a lot of that stuff. So it's
Yeah.
like leaving it behind is just not.
We got
like-
8 computers in here. They all got to go. All the
Interesting.
wires, everything.
All right. But we're good right now, so East Coast is good. We're going to wrap this up. Tune into Beatlemania today at Midday Show.
I want to hold your hand.
So more to come. Have a great morning, everyone. We'll see you later.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.